Gilbert Gottfried. I'm here with my co-host Frank Santopadre, and this is Gilbert and Frank's Amazing Colossal Obsessions.
Now, Mr. Gottfried.
Yes?
Mr. Gallagher.
Oh, Mr. Sheen.
Last week's mini episode, we put out there, we were talking about Hello Down There.
Yes.
Because we had Charlotte Rae. We went from Charlotte Rae to Hello Down There because she's in Hello Down There.
Richard Dreyfuss.
With Richard Dreyfuss.
Who sang a love song to a goldfish.
Correct. And we put out there to people, what is your favorite, for lack of a better term, comfort movie?
Yes.
Just a movie that you didn't think was necessarily even good.
Yeah.
But something that you liked having around, or that you liked having it on. It was kind of like a nightlight.
Sometimes you knew it was bad, but something about it.
And you've picked, I think, Man of a Thousand Faces.
Oh, yeah.
Which is not actually that bad a movie.
It's like one of those movies that if you ignore the fact that it just completely plays with the facts.
Yeah.
Like it's
like the Houdini biopic and all those biopics that don't tell the true story.
It should totally be in the fiction section, but I remember as a kid, it was very powerful to me.
Right, and it was just one of those movies that you kind of liked having on. So we posted on Facebook. I just heard, is there a particular movie, while not being very good, still offers a certain amount of comfort or familiarity when you watch it? And again, I posted Hello Down There. And some people responded directly to Hello Down There. And other people just wrote and told us their faves. You ever hear of a movie called Everything's Ducky with Mickey Rooney and Buddy Hackett?
Oh.
And a duck?
It sounds good.
It does. That came from Dennis Perrin. Howard Rappaport. I'm just going to read some of these off of the Facebook.
A Man of a Thousand Faces. I don't know if it was one of my comfort movies.
What do you want to reconsider the answer?
Yeah.
Think about it.
I'll have to think about it.
Howard Rappaport, who's another one of our listeners, suggested Murder by Death.
Oh, yeah, that one we brought up a few times on the show.
Right. Here's Robert Smentek said, my favorite childhood guilty pleasure is Jerry Lewis's Cracking Up, which was the one renamed Smorgasbord.
Oh, my God. With Herb Edelman was in that?
I think so.
And it was like more clumsy than hardly working.
Right. He says, I can recite entire scenes of dialogue. The surgery scene is a killer.
Oh,
I don't know if I want to go.
It makes me want to watch it again.
There's Tom Bourbon. I love this suggestion. He loves McHale's Navy joins the Air Force. Did you remember that one?
That one, I vaguely remember the title.
Okay, but I'm going to keep going. The Boatniks. I think that was a Disney thing.
Yeah, that sounds like
the
one of those.
Aquanauts. Now,
sounds like another Disney.
People are going for marine-themed shows. Joe McGinty, our pal Joe McGinty, who did keyboards over at our 100th episode, and we love Joe, something called How Sweet It Is. Do you know this one?
Obviously, it would have to be something with Gleason.
I don't think it had. I think it's James Garner. I think it's James Garner and Debbie Reynolds.
Oh, wow.
I could be wrong. Theme song by Jimmy Webb.
Jeez,
Mama's
Park?
Yeah.
Jimmy Webb?
Yeah, Jimmy Webb, who Jackie Martling pitched us for this show. And we should get Jimmy Webb.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, because he wrote everything. Somebody else, Bonnie Dat, our friend Bonnie Dat, said the Bad News Bears in Breaking Training.
Now,
you know this one?
Who was the coach in that one?
I think it was William Devane, because the one where they go to Japan is Tony Curtis.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Well, like first it was Walter Matthau.
Right.
Then Tony Curtis, who both Walter Matthau and Tony Curtis went to the same acting school.
Right. They were
with Sidney Poitier.
Right. They were buddies.
Yeah.
And there's that great story, the great Tony Curtis story.
Tony Curtis had gone off to Hollywood and became the biggest star in the world.
That's right.
Biggest leading man. So he comes back to New York. And he's riding in the back of a limousine, wearing an expensive tux.
Right.
And he sees his old pal Walter Matthau wearing beat-up clothes, unshaven, like he doesn't have a dime to his name. And he rolls down the window and goes, "Hey, Walter, I fucked Yvonne Di Carlo.
Yes, that's the one.
And sped off.
Sped off. That's the one Bob Costas told us that.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, great. Somebody else said that I love the Geisha Boy.
Oh, Jerry Lewis.
Right. Yeah, this came from our pal Danny Duraney, Ileana Douglas's publicist and Joe Dante's publicist. Danny's been a big help for us getting us guests. Father Goose, Geisha Boy, and There's a Girl in My Soup.
Oh.
Do you remember that one with Goldie Hawn and Peter Sellers?
Yes.
Yep. I'm just going to go down the list and see if we what we can say about these.
Both Jews.
Huh?
Both
Jews.
Yes.
Dan Cody says, my comfort film is The Incredible Mr. Limpet and Gus, the field goal kicking mule.
Oh.
That was the donkey, the Disney movie about the donkey that kicks field goals.
I do remember going to the movie theater with my parents and seeing The Incredible Mr. Limpet with Don Knotts.
That's right.
And Jack Weston.
Yeah.
Another great.
Yeah, I love that one as a kid. Here's somebody suggesting the strongest man in the world. It's got to be a Disney movie.
Wait, I think the song was, I wish I was a fish, 'cause fishes are a special kind of people.
Remember?
Yes.
Tell me you haven't seen that movie since you went with your family when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, you've retained the theme song. You are truly a Rain Man. Will Pfeiffer, our friend Will Pfeiffer, says the strongest man in the world with Kurt Russell, Joe Flynn, Phil Silvers, and yes, Cesar Romero.
Oh.
So we'll have to look that one up.
So the fruit budget on that one must have been
through the roof.
Yes.
Kevin Mason likes Robert Wool's Hollywood Nights. Christina Maria likes Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Here's a good one. Ian Abramson says Mad Monster Party.
Oh, was that the one Boris Karloff did? Yeah.
And the Rankin Bass one, the thing they used to show at the holidays.
And I think that's the one where they got away with some stuff, like they had two girls wrestling at one point. You know,
I don't remember that.
They were sneaking in.
Jules Bass, Arthur Rankin is gone, but Jules Bass is still around.
Oh.
And I've been threatening to get him for the podcast, so we really should try. Here's a good one, Haunted Honeymoon, with Gene Wilder, Gilda Radner, and Dom DeLuise.
Yeah, that one I think I may have seen a minute here and a minute there. It looked very bad.
Okay, this is up our alley. Our pal Michael Shianamea. I've always enjoyed The Thing with Two Heads with Ray Milland and Rosie Greer.
Yes.
I'm fascinated with movies that feature two heads on a single body.
Yeah, and there's one part where Ray Milland, his head is, the special effects, where he put his head on Rosie Greer's shoulder. And
a man who had won an Oscar for The Lost Weekend.
Yeah. I mean, this was really rock bottom for him. But there's one part where he's awake and he gets an idea in his head and he takes over the body. And so basically Rosie Greer punches himself in the face.
I remember this.
And knocks himself out.
Rosie Greer, who was present at a famous historic event.
Was this Bobby Kennedy's?
Yes, he was at Bobby Kennedy's assassination. Yeah. And he was in the pantry at the the ambassador. And Hotel.
Rosie Greer, I think, liked to knit.
He did. Needlepoint. Yes, he was famous for that.
Do you know the actor Ernest Thesiger?
Yes.
From Bride of Frankenstein.
Yes, where are you going with this?
He was old. He was gay, obviously. Yeah. I mean, they describe him in Bride of Frankenstein as, that there's a queer gentleman at the door.
Right. In the days, as you like to point out, when gays were eccentric in movies, but not actually gay.
He was an evil, mad scientist. And he liked to knit. And
how do you know this?
Yeah. He referred to himself as that knitting bitch.
Really?
Yes.
Dr. Pretorius. Like to knit. There you have it, folks. Who says this show is not educational? Alec Cumming says a childhood favorite of mine is Who's Mining the Mint?
Oh, that's a very good
with
one.
Jim Hutton.
Milton Berle.
Keep going.
The guy, Denver.
Bob Denver.
Bob Denver. The pretty girl. The what was blonde?
Dorothy Provine.
Dorothy Provine.
Who I love in The Great Race.
Oh, Victor Buono.
Very good. You're on a roll. Who else?
Oh God. Oh, Jack Guilford.
Jack Guilford, indeed.
Guilford.
You forgot Walter Brennan and Joey Bishop.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
And Jamie Foxx.
Excellent. And who directed it?
Ooh.
Ernest T. Bass.
Oh my God.
Howard Morris.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Uncle Goopy.
Do you know, like, in that movie, Joey Bishop and Jamie Farr play brothers.
Of course.
And they're both supposed to be Italian.
Okay.
So you have a Jew and an Arab as Italians.
Okay. I'm sure there's a slur that you're working on as we speak.
But, this is... See, I thought it was a very similar film to Mad Mad World.
It was probably trying to capture that.
But I think it's a better film.
Really?
Than Mad Mad World is worth watching because of all the great comedians.
I think I used to get it confused with Who's Minding the Store.
Yeah, oh, that's Jerry Lewis. And John MacGyver.
Okay, so Who's Minding the Mint? I have never seen it.
Yeah, so because I always thought, like, Mad World, it's worth seeing, definitely, and I watch it when it's on, but it's a clumsy movie.
Yeah, I watched it recently. I mean, it's got great moments.
Yeah.
It's got great. Caesar's great. We've talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
Durante's funny. Hackett's funny. Rooney's funny. There are great moments in it.
Yeah, but as a film, it's
well, again, Stanley Kramer was not known for directing comedies. He was a little bit out of his depth. Somebody's recommending Foul Play. That is not an excuse for you to sing Ready to Take a Chance again, which you did in this very room.
He's gonna do it. I live in a shell, safe from the past. I'm doing okay, but not very well. No jokes, no surprises. No crisis arises. My life goes along as it should. It's all very nice, but not very good. And I'm ready to take a chance again.
Lord.
Ready to put my love on the line with you. You're living with nothing to show for it.
It's the best thing about that movie.
Yes.
And
yes.
Billy Barty.
Oh, Billy Barty, who I lost the part to.
That's correct.
That fucking midget.
Somebody else says Mad Monster Party.
Wow.
My favorite is The Hot Rock. Well, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
We were asking,
George Segal,
sure.
Robert Redford, Ron Liebman,
that's
Paul
right.
Sands.
Zero Mostel.
Yes, and was it Moses Gunn?
I think Moses Gunn.
Yeah.
Somebody's Brian Allen Ross is suggesting Village of the Giants with little Ronnie Howard. Do you know this picture?
That one, no.
I think maybe that wound up being the TV series Land of the Giants.
Oh.
I could be wrong about that. Let's see. Jerry Lewis and the Ladies' Man.
Oh, yes, yes.
The Russians are coming. Russians are coming. Laura Crawford.
Dick Shawn.
Sure.
I think Carl Reiner is in it.
I think Carl. Yeah, Norman Jewison directed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Alan
that was
Arkin.
one of those. Why, I remember it. It came out in that time period. Oh, God. Jack Davis, the cartoonist.
Sure.
Jack Davis. He drew the poster.
Still with us, Jack Davis.
Wow.
Yeah, Drew knows him.
He did the poster for that and the poster for The Night They Raided Minsky's.
Right, with Burt Lahr.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody posted on my Facebook page today, and it's a Mad Mad World poster that Jack Davis drew.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. This is Hank Wellman. He's suggesting our old pal Gary Busey in DC Cab.
Oh,
do we remember this one?
Oh, my God.
I think Joel Schumacher directed that one.
Oh, yes.
Flirtation. Here's somebody, Bob Barlow.
Now, wait. Was DC Cab? Oh, I'm getting
DC Cab was about cab drivers.
Yeah.
Mr. T was in it.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, we're just running out of pages here, and maybe we'll do more of these next time out. But Bob Barlow suggests Flirtation Walk with Dick Powell and Ruby Keeler. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Okay. How about Escape from New York? Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Snake Plissken. Invasion of the Astro Monster. Does this mean anything to you?
I know the title, and I probably saw it like when I was a kid, but I don't remember.
1965. And then somebody suggested a fantasy about a dancing worm, a Cary Grant movie called Once Upon a Time.
Ooh.
Do you know this picture?
No.
Yeah. Abbott and Costello and Clarence the Cross-Eyed Lion, Horse Feathers, and finally, and we'll do more next time, two movies, a Belushi-Aykroyd movie called Neighbors with Tim Kazurinsky.
Yes.
Do you remember this movie from the early 80s?
That was the movie where, and now it's been remade with Zac Efron. And
I'm not sure. Is this the same story?
Yeah, they changed it. It's also about neighbors.
It was based on a novel.
And the funny thing is, with this movie, you have Belushi playing this meek milquetoast character, and Aykroyd is the nut. And I think at the last minute they switched like that, because they wanted, of course, Belushi to be the wild
Belushi
man.
playing the straight man. Yeah, I remember going to see that and being very excited. Kathy Moriarty's in it from Raging Bull.
Yes.
I remember going to see that and being very, very disappointed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth watching.
He had a short movie career, Belushi. He's funny in that Nicholson movie, Going South.
Oh, yeah.
But he had a very, very short, and 1941, of course.
I kind of liked Neighbors.
Yeah.
But it was a little, I mean, it wasn't perfect.
And last on the list for today is The Omega Man with Charlton Heston.
Oh, God. That was where he's the last man on Earth.
Right, which I think was based on a story called The Last Man on Earth.
Yeah.
Unless I'm wrong. Unless it was the other way around.
Now,
Richard Matheson.
And what was the one with Vincent Price?
I think that was called The Last Man on Earth.
That one.
Yeah.
And then it was later on with Will Smith.
I may have this wrong. And then one of them was called I Am Legend. The one with Will Smith was called I Am Legend. My friend John Leary would know this. But I think it's...
Maybe I Am Legend's the name of the book.
It was a story by Richard Matheson, the science fiction writer who passed not too long ago. So that's just some of what people wrote. I mean, I only really printed out half the posts, and keep them coming. We'll do them in a follow-up episode. We'll do a little viewer mail.
Oh,
we'll do responses from people.
We'll have to get a jingle for the viewer.
What else? Something you can sing. How's it going with the Scarlett Johansson robot before we sign off?
Yes, if that Japanese inventor is out there, just give me that Scarlett Johansson robot for just one night. That's all.
It's $50,000 to purchase it outright. Maybe he'll rent it. Maybe he'll rent it on the cheap. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Keep telling us your comfort films, and we'll read as many as we can get to on the show.
And this has been Gilbert and Frank's Amazing Colossal Obsessions, also at Nutmeg Post with our engineer, Frank Verderosa.
Bye-bye.
Here we go, boys. Obsessions.